Making music is fun, but you know what's even better? Making money from your music, making money as an artist, and actually making a full-time living doing what you love. That's the dream, that's a passion that we all have inside of us as creators. And in today's video, I'm gonna let you know exactly how you can make a full-time living off of your music, and more specifically, how you can monetize your fan base, monetize your audience so you can make a living. Are you ready? Let's do this. Are you an artist, producer, engineer, or music professional that's looking for funding for your music career? Could you benefit from having funding for studio time, mixing and mastering, or even marketing costs? I think I have something for you. I've written a free ebook. It's 9 pages, super short and digestible, where I break down the 6 main places that artists and professionals like yourself can find funding for their musical projects. If this sounds like it's of value to you, please click the link below and you can download this for free today and benefit from this knowledge. I hope this helps. I'll see you guys soon. Peace. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy 5-Piece producer and engineer extraordinaire. Thank you for checking out today's video, and if you haven't already, please hit the bell and the subscribe button below and check out the other stuff on my channel. I have a lot of stuff that's going to help you with your music career. I'm specifically focused on helping you sound better and get paid for your music, and if that's of interest to you, you definitely want to check out the rest of the stuff on my channel and stay tuned for more helpful things coming in the future. I got a video dropping every week on Thursday, and I know you're going to love it every single time. But in today's video, I want to talk about how do you monetize a fan base. If you're familiar with the music industry, back in the day, it used to be the record business. Artists would make money by selling records. But today's a little bit different. In fact, artists don't really make as much money off of actual music. Music is more of a marketing tool. And now we're entering the audience monetization era, which is artists are actually releasing music to attract a fan base and then using that fan base and getting money from them in other more creative ways. And in this video, I'm going to let you in on a whole bunch of different ways that you can monetize an audience, and I hope that it inspires you and allows you to implement this into your own career so that you can actually make money with your music and your career. So let's start talking about the different ways you can monetize an audience. Let's start with number 1. Music distribution, sales, and streaming. It just makes sense to get this out of the way first because this is honestly the first thing that people think about when it comes to making money with their music. But if you're aware, 1 million streams on Spotify and streaming platforms really isn't worth that much money, and it's pretty difficult to hit that number of streams without going viral or doing a lot of marketing. When you think about it, that many streams will probably get you between $6,000 to $8,000 depending on where that stream is coming from. But nonetheless, this is a really cool income source that you can get because it's the main thing we're doing. We're going to be releasing music on a regular basis and getting people to listen to it, and therefore they're going to be putting some money in our pockets as a result. Number 2, music royalties. I actually have a video all about royalties and how to collect all of them if you're a creator, so I'm going to leave a link to that in the description below. But your music is not only going to get streamed and heard in that respect, but it's also probably going to get played in different places. You might perform it, you might get it on radio, and it's going to ultimately create some royalty income for you. And you're obviously going to want to collect this income. That's why I have the video for you below. So this is the second income source or way to monetize your fan base, music royalties. Number 3, live events, shows, and touring. Now, it's a little difficult to think about this because we're in the coronavirus pandemic as we speak, but once everything reopens and once people are back to their normal, healthy selves, I'm sure we're going to see a resurgence of shows and performances. And a lot of artists, this is really where they make a lot of their money. They make their money by touring and performing to their fans all over the place. Drake is doing sold-out shows. He's even doing residencies in places like Vegas. And this can be a very, very lucrative way to make money. You're going to get paid a performance fee. You might even get a cut of the door, cut of the bar, depending on your circumstance and how many people you are serving or performing to and who you're partnering with for these shows. And I definitely recommend that when things reopen that you as an artist look into doing this, because not only is it a good way to make money, but it's also a great way to get exposure and get your music heard. You might be able to open for somebody and perform to a brand new audience that has no idea who you are and walk away with a whole bunch of brand new fans and listeners on streaming, which will ultimately create even more money for you. Number 4, licensing. Licensing is when you license your music, maybe your instrumental or maybe your whole song, to somebody that wants to use it, particularly on video or maybe even in advertising of some sort, radio advertising, etc. This is a really cool way to make money because usually you not only get paid an upfront fee for licensing, but you also get paid a royalty if it's registered properly. So this is actually a cool way to get paid twice, and I definitely recommend exploring this if you can. Number 5, video income. Now, you're watching my YouTube video right now, and every YouTuber that's successful knows this. This can actually generate money for you. You can put advertisements on your video. You can find other ways to monetize it. And artists are no exception. If you're putting your music videos on YouTube and other platforms that pay, even Instagram, for example, is rolling out a partnership program where people can get paid. It's a really cool way to make even more money. Your fans are going to go watch your videos, and they're ultimately going to put some money in your pocket without you even knowing it, because YouTube might run an ad before, or Instagram might run an ad before, and that advertiser is therefore going to pay for that, view. So this is a really great way to also make some money from your music. Number 6, products and merchandise. So this is another great way to make money, especially if you're performing and touring. A lot of people have merch tables set up where they're selling t-shirts and hats and pins and stickers and sweaters and sweatpants and USB sticks, and you get the point, all kinds of stuff. And your fans, if they're really, really hardcore fans, if they really want to show that they identify with your brand, that you represent who they are, what they stand for, they're going to want to spend 20, 30, 40 bucks on your stuff. All you got to do is make sure you're able to sell it to them. So a lot of different ways to do this. You could do drop shipping online by working with different manufacturers. You could actually manually do everything yourself by doing a run of t-shirts, buying 12 or 20 or however many you need for a minimum, and then shipping them out yourself. Infinite array of possibilities that you can explore by doing this, but the key is just to make sure you have really cool designs, that you have a really good message and way that you're branding yourself, and that obviously your fan can actually make that purchase. Number 7, patronage and crowdfunding. Now, this is something that's been coming up a lot recently. It's a newer income stream for artists, but you can actually put yourself up on Patreon or any kind of crowdfunding platform, and your fans can actually directly pay you money for a specific thing that you're doing. Maybe they just want to invest in you and help you, but typically it's in exchange for something. So you might actually make an offer like, hey, give me 25 bucks, I'll give you a first listen to my album, and I'll give you a t-shirt or a sticker or something like that. You want to give some sort of incentive for that person to give you money, but it's a really cool way to bankroll your music and do it independently without having to involve anybody else. You could say, hey, I want to make this album, it's going to cost me $5,000 for every single person that contributes. I'm going to give you X, you know what I mean? Maybe an invitation to a private listening party, right? So obviously making sure that you have an incentive, making sure that you're on the platform, and giving people a reason to invest in what you're working on is key to being successful with this. Number 8, songwriting and music production. These days, a lot of artists are, do-it-yourself artists. They're working at home. They're making their own beats. They're doing everything. A good example is an artist like Russ. He's not only writing his songs, he's recording himself, he's mixing, he's mastering, he's making beats. He's doing it all. And if you're an artist in a similar situation, even if you're just a songwriter that does vocals, you can offer this as a service to other people. You probably want to build up a catalog of beats, of song demos, of references that you can pitch to these other people. But offering it as a service is a really great way to just add some additional income especially for songs that you don't really know you want for yourself, that you don't like for yourself, you don't think you're going to want to release, that maybe don't tie into your brand. Really great way to get rid of those songs that are just rotting on your hard drive, offering it to somebody else, and of course, making $1 in return. Number 9, selling loops and samples. This is a bit of an extension from the last point, but if you're an artist, a top liner, you could do all kinds of cool sample kits. You could do like one-shots, one-liners, textures, all different kinds of things. And you sell these to obviously producers and other music creators that have use for it. If you're a producer, you can even make different samples, different loops, and you can offer those to other producers as well. An infinite array of possibilities with this one as well, just offering some value to these other people that need some inspiration to help with their own creativity when it comes to making their own music. Number 10, persona and branding. Now, if you're an artist that's cultivated a good fan base, you can actually leverage that fan base and that attention that you have to help other brands by using your own persona and personality. You see this all the time. Recently, for example, Party Next Door was appearing in an advertisement for Mountain Dew. Another example, Wiz Khalifa with the Oreos. There's so many different examples of this, but the key is obviously to have an existing fan base and leveraging that attention with another company that fits that demographic. So maybe, you have an audience that's, 20 to 30 years old, and you want to work with Coca-Cola because Coca-Cola wants to reach that audience. You may be able to strike a partnership, get paid from Coca-Cola, of course, and they can use your likeness, use your brand, use everything that you have to offer to reach that audience and, of course, give you money in exchange for that. Number 11, offering studio time. So if you're an artist that has access to a studio, maybe you've built your own studio, you can offer access to the studio for a fee. You're basically just running a studio, but you're using your brand, your likeness, or maybe even your skills, because maybe you record, mix, master, etc. You're going to use these things to get people in the door. They're probably going to like your music. They're going to like the quality of what you're creating, and they're ultimately going to want to go to a place or go to a person that has expertise in this to help them with their own music. So this is really popular, especially in the United States. I know in Atlanta, a lot of artists have their own studios that they rent to other people. People I think about, for example, like DJ Drama, he has his own studio at Mean Street, and artists go in there all the time to record. And obviously he's using his brand and likeness to, increase the desire to go there. But nonetheless, it's a business that he has that he's able to make money off of and also help other artists with. Number 12, grants. Now, grants is something that I love exploring. This is something that I talk about all the time. And if you're a follower of my channel, you're going to know that I have a lot of different videos on this topic. And in fact, I'm going to leave a link in the description below to findingfunding.ca. And on that site, you're going to find access to different resources and also a course that's going to help you win grant funding for yourself if you're interested. Now, this opportunity is only available to certain creators in certain countries. It's definitely not something that's available everywhere, but most first world countries have some sort of arts funding available to creators like you and myself. And this is a great way to literally get free money from the government and other nonprofit agencies to invest into your music career, to invest in the activities that you're working on, and ultimately just, explore and create more music without spending any money out of your own pocket. It's literally a win-win. It's an amazing opportunity. That's why I'm so invested in it myself, and I definitely recommend you check that out. So grants, an amazing opportunity that no artist should sleep on if it's available to you. Number 13, business skills and coaching. If you're an artist that has business skills or you just know something that other people don't, you can absolutely offer this to help them with their own careers. So myself, I've traveled this music industry. I've worked with Grammy Award winning talent. I've experienced a lot of different things, and I know a lot more than somebody at the beginning of their career, and that makes it valuable to them. And not only that, I can help them with their career and ultimately avoid mistakes and pitfalls that a lot of people fall into, myself included. If you could shave off somebody's struggle time by helping them with your information and knowledge, it's absolutely valuable, and somebody will pay you for it. So whether you're an artist that's really mastered marketing and understands how to get your music heard, you may be able to offer that to somebody else to help them. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can do this, and I definitely recommend you do if you love teaching, if you love helping people, and of course you have some expertise in something that people want. So there you have it, 13 different ways you can monetize your audience. Chances are you're going to use a combination of a few of these. You may want to use them all. It's totally up to you. And if I missed anything, please feel free to leave a comment below to help myself and help everybody else understand how they can make more money with their music. I'm super happy that I was able to help you today in this video. If you want, please subscribe, like the video, leave me a comment for some stuff you want to see in the future as well. And I'm looking forward to helping you again soon. Peace out.
5